Has anyone out there confided in a friend and told them about your autism, your diagnosis? Just open up to them. So, I'm autistic. You're not sure what their response is going to be. Oftentimes, it's just surprised. Like, huh? You? You're autistic? You don't look very autistic. This is a statement that seems to piss off a lot of people in our community, and I get it because we all like to be understood, and that just feels like a fundamental misunderstanding of what autism is. We're also all ignorant in our own ways, so instead of getting mad at it, why don't we just try to explain it, see where they're coming from when they say such a thing? Maybe it's not that bad of a thing to say. I personally think, yeah, there's probably a lot of reasons for this, but the biggest reason I could think of has to do with the fact that autistic individuals, as far as IQ is concerned, do not satisfy just a simple bell curve. We have something called a bi-modal distribution. So when you look at neurotypical IQs, it's a bell curve that peaks at 100. There's a peak at 100, and that's the peak, where autistic individuals seem to have two bell curves offset from 100, one at 115, one at 85. So two bell curves that are overlapping with one another. Far less individuals in the average IQ range. So, what's the difference here? This is a term that fell out of favor, but you would traditionally say high functioning, low functioning. These ones can live on their own, not to say they don't struggle. In a lot of ways, they do. I'm going to get to that in a second. But these individuals over here need help. Now, these ones over here, they struggle because of masking and trying to fit in and just trying their best to remain unseen, invisible. It doesn't look like anything, is the point. It doesn't look like a thing for a lot of us over here. So that's why I don't look autistic. I look normal because I mask so well. Many of us mask so well that autism is invisible to us. We don't even know we're autistic. So that's why it doesn't look like anything. It's not supposed to. What you're saying though is you don't look like one of these autistic people over here. See, it's more obvious in the lower end of the spectrum because they're less able to mask efficiently. I don't know if that sounds rude to people, but that's just the truth of the matter. Some of us are better at masking than other people. So that's all I think it means. It just, you have the idea of what autism means based off where it's obvious. Okay, this person obviously has something. They seem autistic. Okay, you don't seem like that. That's all they're saying. I don't think it's something to yell at someone for. It just means that the higher end of the spectrum is really good at masking. That's all it means. You're a good masker. I don't know if that's something to be proud of. I kind of am, even though I don't like doing it. Now, one more thing. There could be so many confounding variables here. For instance, there's less individuals with an IQ of 100. Doesn't mean there is less. It just means we have less recorded. If people are so good at masking that it's hard to diagnose them, of course there's going to be less people in the data. So I wonder how many people on the spectrum who do have an IQ of 100 also just blend in very, very well. Because neurotypical people who have an IQ of 130 are not gonna fit in as well with a person with an IQ of 100, whether or not they're neurotypical or not. So that could have something to do with the people on the higher end of the spectrum too not fitting in well, just IQ alone. I wonder though, I just wonder how many people who have an IQ of 100 are autistic and have just not been diagnosed yet because they fit in so well. Food for thought.